watching a film with friends, missing VHS videotape repeating.
Welcome back, Creeps and Peeps fam and crew, to part 5 of 5 of my childhood tapes. Starting it off with the documentary, The Thin Blue Line. Anchor Bay release, which is kind of interesting to me. But yeah. And then, wonderfully bad, great movie, Showdown in Little Tokyo, Brandon Lee, Dolph Lundgren. This is probably Brandon's third best movie. Maybe Legacy Rage is just slightly better. Then we have The Shining. This is my first copy of The Shining. Green Tag Horror, Warner Brothers. Watched this one a lot. We have Pollock. I believe this is used video, from Video Library. Ed Harris. I was a huge Ed Harris fan. Ever since The Abyss, I just loved Ed Harris. Ed Harris and this and The Rock and just everything. Pollock, obviously had Val Kilmer and Jennifer Connelly in it as well. Good movie. This one's a weird find. I got this half-price books, maybe some in the 2010s. Sealed copy of Prince. So, don't know what to do with it, but just two different versions to get off. 22 positions in a one-night stand. Avant-Garde Cinema MGM Marat Saad, Peter Brooks. This is a weird one. I don't know where I got this. I must have just picked it up randomly, because the first time I saw this, I borrowed it on DVD from a friend of mine, and I own it on DVD as well. So I must have just stumbled across the VHS at some point and added it. But the title is actually The Persecution and Assassination of Jean-Paul Marat, as performed by the inmates of the Asylum of Sheraton under the direction of the Marquis de Sade. Yeah. That's the full title, bruh. And then we have MGM Collection, Woody Allen Collection, Manhattan. Half-price books. That would have been a later pickup, probably in the 2010s. Universal release, widescreen edition, gold foiling. So you had some that was like gold foiling, you had some that was a silver foiling from Universal. I don't know what the differentiation is, but I think we talked about that before, because some say with letterbox edition, some say widescreen edition, some say collector's letterbox, some say collector's white. I don't know. But bought this one off the shelf. The Claw. You know, in the background, you see toward the end of the movie in the background, he is Fire Marshal Bill. Underrated David Fincher movie, The Game. I think I bought this one used. Yep, used Video Library. If you guys didn't have a video library type place in your area when you were a kid, I feel bad for you. Video Library had everything. They were amazing. And now there's nothing there. 1985. This is the 1994 release. Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. And then I think these are late 2000s pickups off eBay. I was getting really... I think The Cure they re-releasing a bunch of their albums on like 2-disc special edition CDs. So I was getting back into their music a lot, so I was picking up some of their VHS tapes. So I got this one, and then this one, Picture Show, which a lot of them have some of the same videos on both. Actually, the first two things I watched here at the new apartment, once I got the VCR and the CRT hooked up. I hate to have to say CRT now. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like the people like, oh, like the original Halloween. Just say Halloween. The original Halloween is Halloween. You know, like Star Wars isn't A New Hope. Star Wars is Star Wars. You know, that's part one. So my TV got hooked up. It's not a CRT, it's a TV, which you have now are digital TVs. You change your new terminology. Another end to pick up years later, Endless Descent. This is probably half-price books or some weird place. Vintage stock, who knows? Same thing. Dead Sleep, Linda Blair. The sticker tells me it's vintage stock. Hey, $2.99. I got $1 off. Hey, 99 cents. I should probably paid that one, I think. Actually, it's Memorial Day weekend where I'm at right now, here in 2025. Vintage stock is having a sale. But we don't go to vintage stock because I work at a different kind of place that sells retail or retro gaming and videos and shit. Cry the Beloved Country. James Earl Jones, Richard Harris is the 1990s version of the film. There's also one I think they made in the 50s or 60s, based off the Alan Patton book. I've seen this version of the movie, obviously, since I own it. Fantastic book as well. I have like 3 or 4 different versions of the book. I never saw the original copy. But that's if you guys don't recognize him, but that's Richard Harris. That's the original Dumbledore before he kicked the bucket, before they Avada Kedavra'd him. MGM UA Movie Time, Van Damme Cyborg. Such a weird, creepy movie, but cool. Warner Brothers Classics, Deliverance. 25th Anniversary Remastered version. Don't remember if this is widescreen or not. A theatrical trailer and behind the scenes documentary. Squeal Like a Pig. El Mariachi includes Bedhead, award-winning short film, subtitled. It's probably my second, yeah, I guess a second or maybe third taste of Robert Rodriguez. I probably saw Desperado first, then I probably saw Four Rooms, then I probably backtracked to El Mariachi, and then From Dusk Till Dawn. Part of the Kubrick collection, The Killing, great movie. Never seen this one. This was probably one of my favorite, like, pre-Kubrick movies. Blockbuster exclusive, Sticks and Stones, exploration of the Blair Witch Legend from Artisan. Bought used. Obviously, you can only get this at Blockbuster. I never actually rented tapes from Blockbuster, but I would go there to buy their used tapes, as you can see. Warner Brothers color-coded adult action green tag, Enter the Dragon. Not my original one. This one I probably bought in the 2010s sometime. The first one I ever owned was the clamshell version. I had the clamshell version, then I had the big special edition with the clamshell inside as well. Speaking of that, like, where's that clamshell at? Because the one inside the big special edition is still sealed, so where's the original clamshell at? I swear there's another box of tapes missing somewhere. Truffaut's Day for Night, Foreign Film Festival. I didn't even notice, but yeah, Gray Foreign Film Festival, Warner tags. I never knew that was a part of the Warner tag system. This one is actually English language, is not dubbed, unfortunately. But I do have a poem title called Pamela 36 Take 1, which is taken from this version of the movie. It's only in the English dub version. If you watch it with French subtitles, or in French with English subtitles, you don't get the same line, so it's different. New Line Home Video, Menace to Society, Video Library. So again, this is probably one I picked up when they were closing out in 2007. Sorry, Mommy. This one I remember buying off the shelf, Best Buy, 2-tape special widescreen edition of Heat. This movie still holds up, man. I actually watched like an hour-long documentary about it the other day. Fantastic movie. Mallrats, MCA Universal. Not my favorite Kevin Smith, although I know I saw Clerks first, and then I saw Mallrats, but I'd forgotten that Mallrats was connected to Clerks, or I hadn't put it together, and I didn't really piece it together until I saw Chasing Amy. But if I was to go through all the Kevin Smith filmography, this is probably the one I'd watch last. I'd watch Jersey Girl before I'd watch Mallrats. This one I bought years later, so this is like late 2010s, or late 2000s, early 2010s. Poopy from MC3K. This is after my MC3K re-falling in love with, as I'll tell you. I went to dinner one time with Trace and Frank. That was awesome. Another part of the Stanley Kubrick collection, 2 tapes out of Barry Lyndon. I remember if I bought this one new or used. Yeah, it must have been new. I'm surprised I never bought the actual big Kubrick collection box set on VHS. I'm kind of surprised. We have La Femme Nikita, subtitled version. I believe this might actually be widescreen as well. So this is Luc Besson's film that he did right before The Professional, which is why I was a big fan of The Professional, so that's why I have that. Speaking of that, where's my copy of This is what I'm saying, guys. I don't know where my copy of The Professional is. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Son of a... Okay. Arts of Darkness, The Filmmaker's Apocalypse. Again, I bought this new from Video Library. It wasn't a used tape, but it was a new one. I watched this thing a lot. I'm pretty sure my original copy of The Professional, along with my widescreen copy of The Crow, I gave to my high school girlfriend when she moved to college in Manhattan. I gave her a bunch of VHS tapes to take with her. And Professional was one of the first movies her and I ever watched together, I believe. Something like that. I'm trying to remember what the first movie we watched together was. But it had emotional significance, so I think I gave it away. That sucks. But still, I'm missing like a half dozen or dozen tapes somewhere. Digital Remastered Collector's Edition Heathers from Anchor Bay and the Gatefold. Luckily, this one's in still pretty good shape. I still need to collect the DVD 10 that goes with that to have all the Anchor Bay 10s. That one, and then I think the Repo Man 10 I still need to collect, and I'll have all the Anchor Bay 10s. We have Millennium, another one of the late kind of pickups in the 2010s from Half Price Books, just picking up weird random movies. I don't think I ever watched it. Widescreen edition Mortal Kombat. This is still a great movie. The music, the action, everything about it, it's a fantastic movie. It's not, I mean, it's not award-winning, but it's a good movie, especially compared to its sequel. And then we have Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode Pod People from Juan Peaker Simon. That's Trumpy. Trumpy, you can do stupid things. It stinks. Bought this used at Half Price Books. Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. So all these, I'm going to wash my hands, they're so dusty. I'm going to get some Clorox wipes and wipe them all down before I put them in, the plastic cases. Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. Watched a movie with her, was it The Outing? Also called The Lamp, I think. A couple years ago, it's pretty good. Okay, I lied earlier. In episode 2 or 3, I said that Ed Wood was the last Tim Burton movie that I liked, but that's not true. Mars Attacks, bro. God, gotta love this movie. Look at that cast. I mean, Nicholson's 2 characters. That broad, I forget her name. That broad, I forget her name. That dude and that dude. Come on, just got Frank Reynolds. Glenn Close, am I wrong? Yeah, and Annette Bening, that's the other one. I couldn't think of their names. All these old people that I don't care about anymore. Love this movie. Saw it in theater. Fantastic. So good. And then, great movie. Wes Craven's New Nightmare. And this I bought directly off the shelf. It's a little worse for wear. Nosferatu the Vampire 2-tape clamshell edition from Anchor Bay. Like I said, it's got some damage. What's funny is we just opened a retail store for the company I work for. And while we're moving into the store and building it out, I was emptying out one of the storage units we had, and then I came across just a bundle. And we just had tons and tons of stuff from all these buys that my boss does of video games and trading cards and whatever else. And every once in a while we'll get a bunch of Blu-rays, a bunch of DVDs, and there's some VHS in there. And there's a copy of this, and there's a copy of Evil Dead, like that one. I think not this literal one, but this version of Evil Dead. So I paid him like $30, I think, for both of them. Then I have a vendor case at the location that I sell tapes and stuff out of for my charity, and I ended up selling that for $15. And just the other day, I think last weekend, this. So like I said, $30 for the both. So however you want to divvy it out, sold that for $15. One of the first things I actually sold, and I sold this last week, the new copy for $50. So that's minus how much it cost me. That's however much to charity. So. It's just such a cool edition. I figured there'd be some new interest in this one, since there's a new one here recently. Always forget that's Isabella Gianni from Possession that's in it. And then ending the whole thing off, even though I swear I'm missing a bunch of tapes. Like I said, the amount got mixed in with the 7,000 tapes that are behind me that you can't see. But this is the one box set that we've seen on the channel before. I remember seeing this on the shelf at Suncoast and thinking it was the coolest thing ever. Always wanted it, but it was like $100 when it came out. I forget when I got it, if I got it for Christmas, if I bought it myself, but the Bruce Lee CBS Fox Video box set. Chinese Connection, Fist of Fury, Return of the Dragon, Game of Death. And it's just kind of cool to me even now. There's other versions of this box set that they release years later, but getting into the VHS collecting, starting the VHS Inspector channel, and getting to know more about, the widescreens and the Anchor Bay releases versus the Warner Brothers color-coded tags versus the this and that, the CBS Fox Video spines and the RCA Columbia spines, is going back and seeing that one of my favorite box sets that I just love having was part of the CBS Fox Video matching spine series, because these all match, but it's also got that tag at the top like a lot of the other ones. So this is going to get cleaned up a little bit, but that's going to end it. That concludes part 5 of my childhood tapes. Hope you guys found that interesting. Like, again, we're relaunching. We'll see a lot of these tapes again in new inspection videos with more information now, because I haven't gone through and collected 7,000 more VHS tapes in the past 4 years of doing the VHS Inspector channel. I've learned a lot more. I've lived with these tapes a lot. I got a newfound love for it. So hopefully you guys found this interesting. I just want to kind of like document my actual collection, because what I'm going to do is, as a lot of these get in plastic protectors and all that, like all those originally sealed still, but also in plastic protectors, is I'm going to get like little gold stickers or something and put them down here. That way when all of them, because out of the 7,000 behind me, I'll probably get rid of 6,000 of them, keep 500 to 1,000 of them. But I still want to be able to remember which ones were the originals. So all the ones from my original childhood tapes that you just saw will get little gold stickers at the bottom, so I know that those were ones that were part of pre-VHS Inspector channel, pre-collecting it for, content as opposed to collecting it to collect. So again, hope you guys found that interesting. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be doing this. I'm glad to have my own space. I'm glad I can be loud and talk and not have to worry about it being quiet. And it's going to be fun, I hope. Peace.